Today we're going to be looking at a tax breakdown for the salary of £100,000 a year in the UK, or in hourly rate £48.08 per hour if you're working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for the tax year. Jumping into the tax, over the year we'll be paying £27,000 almost in tax, so almost 27% of our total pay will go towards tax, and every month about 2.2k. To look at the breakdown of this, we've still got our nil rate band as we've not crossed the £100,000 threshold, so we still have £12,500 tax free, and then we're paying our maximum of 20% tax between £12,500 and £50,000, which comes to £7,540. Anything above this, up to £125,000, we're paying at 40%, which comes to about £19,000 for the year, so quite a lot in that 40% bracket. Moving on to NI, over the year this is going to come to about £4,000, and every month £3,300. Again, we have our nil rate band, then 8% for our basic rate, which comes to £3,000 for the year, and then it drops down to 2% for anything above £50,270 with no more brackets above that. So anything above that is just 2% up to whatever salary you want, and that's £955. So as we see that as our salary grows, our national insurance cost doesn't actually go up too much, as 2% is quite negligible compared to the tax bracket. If we're paying student loans on, for example, a Plan 2 loan, we're looking at about £6,000 a year here, and that is 9% of any of your income over £27,295, or 6% for the postgraduate loans as well. What's worth noting here is that on £100,000 a year, you would have an extra 3% added to your interest rate. Now, this is worth considering, and it makes it a lot more worth paying off if, for example, you did have a 4% rate. That's kind of okay, however, maybe 7% you do really want to look at getting rid of that if you're going to pay it off before it gets wiped anyway. And there are some calculators that can help you do that. Moving on to pension then, if we're putting away 2% pension, that would come to £2,000 for the year. And again, if we were to put any more in that as well, you're getting your tax relief at 40%. So for example, in this scenario of contributing 2%, we've put £2,000 into our pension. However, if we took that as pay, we would have only gotten £1,200. So it becomes really powerful here to put more money into your pension, and you'll save, even just this 1 year with only a 2% contribution, you would have made an extra £800 in terms of your net worth because you've put it into your pension. So consider bumping that up, and especially to whatever your employer contributes to as well. In terms of net worth, we would be taking home £61,000 a year, or about £5,000 a month. So let me know what you think about this salary in the comments below, and if there are any more that you'd like me to go over.